Well, many areas saw the hottest temperature of the year so far. Concordia the exception because you did get up to 105 earlier this month. Otherwise, breaking the 100-degree mark for most areas. Of course, Emporia still has yet to do so, but that was still the hottest day of the year so far with that 99 degrees yesterday. I think most spots will still generally end up in the 90s for our eastern communities and low 100s out in our western communities for today as we continue to usher in the heat and the humidity with heat index values around 105 to 110. But you'll notice that the humidity comes down through the day tomorrow and really in the early morning hours, late tonight into early tomorrow morning. It comes back up during the day Thursday, very high on Friday. That's going to be today and Friday are going to be our more hotter days. Of course, Friday is going to depend on how much clouds we have. I'll talk about that in just a second. But you'll notice how it does come back down over the weekend. So a little bit more up and down with our humidity over the course of the next 5 days. Meanwhile, Supercast not doing a great job in indicating at least a little bit of cloud cover early this morning that we'll keep an eye on. I can't completely rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm this morning, but I'm focusing more on tonight, and there's still a lot of uncertainty in that as well. You'll notice that this model tries to show some activity beginning around midnight tonight, but then it kind of fizzles out. Mainly, most of the energy stays in Missouri for tonight. This is still uncertain. I still think the higher probability of rain is along and east of Highway 75, but if I'm just basing it off of this model, it's not even that. It's just out of our area altogether. So we'll keep an eye on the trends there. Regardless, whatever we get tonight should, for the most part, be out of our area by tomorrow morning, leaving us with dry conditions and plenty of sun across the area on Wednesday. I think we're dry Wednesday night, but we'll increase the chance for rain during the day Thursday. It's not a great chance. It's still not to the extent you need to cancel any outdoor plans, but we'll keep an eye on it. And then as we head into the Thursday evening time frame, we'll have a storm system pushing through, bringing us may end up being our best chance for rain across all of northeast Kansas rather than mainly staying in our eastern communities tonight. But it is going to be a weather pattern that we'll continue to keep a very close eye on. You can see the computer models that are going through Thursday. So it does not include that Thursday evening storm system that pushes through with that computer model I just showed you in the graph. So obviously it's not including in that, but you can see through Thursday that it is showing a little bit of a mixed bag as far as how widespread any rain is going to be and where the heaviest rain is going to be. So just going to be something that we'll have to take on a daily basis. And so with that in mind, the Storm Prediction Center with a slight risk for tonight. It's a conditional risk that storms even exist in our area in the first place. The ingredients are high enough to where we could be talking about 60, maybe 70 mile per hour wind gusts with some of the stronger storms, and then quarter to maybe ping pong ball size hail if we get some strong storms in our area. Otherwise, most of the storms, not as concerned about the severe weather threat, especially beginning tomorrow and even into Thursday and Thursday night. As compared to what I would be concerned with for tonight on the possibility of severe weather. So just keep that in mind. A gradual cooling trend over the next 3 days, down in the 80s on Thursday for our coolest day of the work week. A quick warm up on Friday, but then we cool back down over the weekend, and then it warms back up as we head into early next week. I will mention that now we're starting to get the European model and our computer model suites, if you will, on getting out to July 4th. There is a frontal boundary in the area around that time in the region. There is a chance we could get rain. Still way, way, way too far out to get too specific on it. But you can see the wetter than normal conditions do continue in the 8 to 14 day outlook, which does include the first week of July, which of course is part of July 4th. So just be aware of that. It's a possibility. I think once you get a little bit later in the month of July, especially after the first week, that's when we may start to see that weather pattern change. Remember, I showed you this last week. I showed you the July outlook, drier than normal conditions for the month. So while it may start off wetter than normal on the first week of July, it may dry out quickly after that. Of course, you probably don't want it that way if you want the 4th of July dry. But let's take it on a day-by-day basis. There's still a lot of uncertainty with our storm chances well before the 4th of July for the rest of this work week. So we'll continue to keep it on a day-by-day basis. You have to make sure that you're checking in daily, at least twice a day, in the morning and then in the evening, for updates on our storm chance specifics. because it will change. I guarantee it. The forecast will change because there's a lot of uncertainty within the computer models. It's not to say we don't know what we're doing, and I mean, I don't, because the computer models are all over the place. It's to say that we're continuing to update it as we get more information in. And sometimes when we're in this weather pattern, it almost depends on, after each round of storms, how the atmosphere recovers and what the next round of storms will bring us. Sometimes that's the weather pattern that we're in, and that's what we have to deal with. And so just be aware of that. No doubt about it, it's going to be another very hot day. Yes, even though it's technically going to be a little bit cooler than yesterday, it's going to be about the heat. But yeah, just be aware in the back of your mind that a pop-up storm could occur today. Better chance by tonight. Even better chance late Thursday into Thursday night, though.